Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. This will be Genesis chapters 2 and 3. If you don't want to follow along with me, you don't have to. The link to the Bible that I'm going to use is going to be linked in the description below. Alright, here we go. And so the heavens and the earth were completed, and with all their adornment. And on the seventh day God fulfilled his work which he had made. And on the seventh day he rested for all his work which he had accomplished. Which I think that means that's a Sabbath day. That's where the Sabbath day comes from, I think. And he blessed the seventh day and sanctified it, for in it he had ceased from all his work, the work whereby God created whatever he should make. These are the generations of heaven and earth, when they were created in the day when the Lord God made heaven and earth, and every sapling of the field before it would rise up in the land, and every wild plant before it would germinate. For the Lord God had not brought rain upon the earth, and there was no man to work the land. But a fountain ascended from the earth, irrigating the entire surface of the land. And then the Lord God formed man from the clay of the earth, and he breathed into the face the breath of life, and man became a soul. Now the Lord God appointed a paradise of enjoyment from the beginning. In it he placed the man whom he had formed, and from the soul the Lord God produced every tree that was beautiful to behold and pleasant to eat, and even the tree of life was in the midst of the paradise, and the tree of the knowledge of God and evil. And a river went forth from the place of enjoyment, so as it irrigated paradise, which is divided from there into four heads. The name of one is uh, Pison. Forgive me, I don't know these names. Phison. It is that which runs through all the land of Heath, where gold is born, and the gold of the land is the finest in that place, and found bdellium and the onyx stone. And the name of the second river is the Gihon. It is that which runs through all the land of Ethiopia. Truly the name of the third river is Tigris. It advances opposite from Assyrians. But the fourth river, it is Euphrates. Thus the Lord God brought the man, and he put him into the paradise of enjoyment, so that it would be attended and preserved by him. And he instructed him, saying, From every tree of paradise you shall eat, but from the tree of knowledge of good and evil you shall not eat. For in whatever day you will eat from it, you will die a death. The Lord also said, It is not good for the man to be alone. Let us make a helper for him similar to himself. Therefore the Lord God, having formed from the soil all the animals of the earth and all the flying creatures of the air, brought them to Adam, in order to see what he would call them. For whatever Adam could call any living creature, that would be its name. And Adam called each of the living things by their names, all the flying creatures of the air, and all the wild beasts of the land. Yet truly for Adam there was not found a helper similar to himself. And so the Lord God sent a deep sleep upon Adam, and when he was fast asleep, he took one of his ribs, and he completed it with flesh for it. And the Lord God built up the rib which he took from Adam into a woman, and he led her to Adam. And Adam said, Now this is the bone from my bones and flesh from my flesh. This one shall be called woman, because she was taken from man. For this reason a man shall leave behind his father and mother, and he shall cling to his wife, and the two shall be as one flesh. Now they were both naked, Adam of course and his wife, and they were not ashamed. So that's Genesis 2. Genesis 3. However, the serpent was more crafty than any of the creatures of the earth that the Lord God had made. And he said to those women, Why has God instructed you that you should not eat from the tree of paradise? The woman responded, From the fruit of the tree which are paradise we eat. Yet truly from the fruit of the tree which is in the middle of the paradise God has instructed us that we should not eat. that we should not touch it, lest perhaps we may die. And the serpent said to the woman, by no means will you die a death, for God knows that on whatever day you will eat from it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like gods, knowing good and evil. And so the woman saw that the tree was good to eat and beautiful to the eyes and delightful to consider, and she took from the fruit and she ate it, and she gave to her husband who ate. And the eyes of both of them were opened, and when they realized themselves to be naked, they joined together fig leaves and made coverings for themselves. And when they had heard the voice of Lord God taking a walk in paradise in the afternoon breeze, Adam and his wife hid themselves from the face of the Lord God in the midst of the trees of the paradise. And the Lord God called Adam and said to him, where are you? And he said, I heard your voice in paradise, and I was afraid because I was naked, so I hid myself. He said to him, then who told you that you were naked? If you had not eaten of the tree from which I instructed you that you should not eat. And Adam said, the woman whom you gave to me as a companion gave me from the tree, and I ate. And the Lord God said to the woman, why have you done this? And she responded, the serpent deceived me, and I ate. And the Lord God said to the serpent, because you have done this, you have cursed among all living things. Even the wild beasts of the earth upon your breast shall you travel, and the ground shall you eat all the days of your life. I will put enmity between you and the woman, between your offspring and her offspring. She will crush your head, and you will lie in wait for her heel. To the woman he also said, I will multiply your labors and your conceptions, and pain shall you you should give birth to sons, and you shall be under your husband's power, and he shall have dominion over you. Yet truly to Adam he said, because you have listened to the voice of your wife, and you have eaten of the tree from which I instructed you that you should not eat, cursed is the land that you work, and worship shall you eat from it all the days of your life. Thorns and thistles shall it produce for you, and you shall eat the plants of earth. By the sweat of your face shall you eat bread until you return to the earth from which you were taken, for dust you are, and unto dust you shall return. And Adam called the name of his wife Eve, because she was the mother of the living. The Lord God also made for Adam and his wife garments for skin, and he clothed them. And he said, behold, Adam has become like one of us, knowing good and evil. Therefore now perhaps he may put forth in his hands, and also take from the tree of life, and eat, and live in eternity. And so the Lord sent them away from the paradise of enjoyment in order to work the earth for which he was taken. And he cast out Adam, and in front of the paradise of enjoyment he placed this city into a flaming sword, turning together to guard the way to the tree of life. What was going on in those two readings. I can't really show it to you because I have a good explanation. I have it memorized. I can't show it to you because I'll get banned or whatever. If I show you guys the URL. So basically what's happening is, God's creating man and women. He's creating Adam and Eve, and it just all goes back to the story of Adam and Eve and what happened. So basically it says right there that um, God God creates Adam. He breathes air into Adam, and um, Adam's living, and then he lets Adam name all the creatures of the earth, lets him name them all, and then finally he he creates Eve from the from Adam's rib. So that's how that works out. And so God tells them not to eat from the fruit of this one tree. They can eat anything on the fruit in the garden that they want. It's not this one tree. And and the serpent, which I think is the devil, I don't really know for sure or not, like tells them like, if you just eat from the tree, eat from the tree, from the tree. And so Eve picks off a fruit and she eats from the tree, and God just basically curses everyone. And from them doing that, they create sin, and sin's created. So very important part in the Bible there. Yeah, so that's just basically the beginning, obviously, of sin and all that. That's pretty much it. All right, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.